what a strange situation to come back to, Phil.
I am very confused.
So last session, for the benefit of Phil getting some sense of space and stuff, I guess, we opened up with you in combat with the
Hmm.
flesh-walked it's Morlock, sorry,
Morlocks.
down here, which we were able to defeat. At which point, Orin again had another attempt at trying to raise those portcullises, was unable to do so. Somebody, Kay's helping and maybe getting a nat 20 on that aid, but not on the actual check, and still failing to lift it up at that point. At which point, you remembered amongst the party you did have a grappling hook in your inventories. You were able to use that to sort of throw it up over the wall of that viewing platform and then climb up and make your way up there, where you found a lever which raised both of those two portcullises and let you in. From there, you headed into this area here, where the first things you noticed were there was 4 doors, sort of 2 to the north and 2 to the south. And on the doors were these sort of mechanical, like clockwork contraptions, like sealing the doors closed, which were all sort of wired up to a lever just inside of the room, which I think really, surprisingly to me, Bunk possibly just decided to pull and see what would happen.
Yep.
At which point 4 ghasts burst out of these chambers. We dropped into a combat, which was full of fortitude saves, but again, relatively straightforward. You then healed up the party and made your way down to the chamber at the end of that sort of small corridor, where you found essentially a kind of makeshift sauna. There was just this stone chamber in the middle of which was some sort of heated coals or rocks with sort of water, a bucket of water next to it being placed on it. And inside of this sauna, you met this sort of bluey grey-skinned humanoid gentleman who introduced himself as Mercian. A rather eccentric and charismatic creature, extremely proud of their combat prowess. Told you that they had been fighting their way through many challenges in the gladiatorial arena here. Told you that there were these sort of one-on-one combat fights arranged by the Sigalfi, who seem to run this area, and taking part in them allowed fighters to essentially build up prize money until the point where they were able to afford to pay for what he referred to as the process. He told you in particular he was looking to have his muscles even further enhanced from their natural sort of superior state they were already in. Winterberry was extremely impressed with this creature's muscles and did go out of their way to have a good squeeze. Mercian filled you on a little bit of sort of just information on this sort of location, and mentioned to you that he would, as a chance to sort of get to know you all and to welcome you to this place where he was under the impression you are also here to take part in the arena fights. He would take you to the Warped Brew Tavern. He also warned you that the owner was a female named Vishari, who Mercian believed was intimidated by his body and his strength. From there he led you up a slight ramp and into this very strange and surprising tavern, relatively well organised and active tavern. He treated you all, air quotes, treated, to a serving of some very rudimentary and not particularly great tasting beer, but it was not edible, it was drinkable, it was fine. Sort of began sort of talking to you a little bit about how you guys got here. You did not decide to go straight in with the announcement that you'd killed what you believe to be the leader of these Sigalfis in Jafaki. instead saying that you were, I think you basically just played it off as you were here to take part in the fights, from what I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah. At which point he got up, essentially sort of told you that he would catch up with you again at some point, but he wanted to go back to the sauna to relax his muscles ahead of whatever his next fight may be. Whilst you were talking to him, you did mention that there had been a fifth member of your party. You mentioned Ufrid by name. Some of you, I forget who off the top of my head, but some of you passed on a perception check at the time and noticed a half-orc sat at one of the other tables who visibly responded to the name when mentioned. Seemed to be trying to hide the fact that he was paying attention, but there was a sort of noticeable sort of pricking up of the ears and sort of attention being passed at that point. Mershon did introduce you to this half-orc character named Vardin, and had a little bit of back and forth with Vardin himself before he left, and then left sort of Vardin to talk with your party a little bit before the house band, cheered on by the Morlocks in the tavern, a band called Shadow Malice, made their way on stage and performed. Very popular with the crowd, went down very well. However, their lead singer, the Rat Folk writer, for whatever reason, he seemed rather put out and upset at the presence of your party. And they seemed to be convinced that you were trying to upstage the band and outdo them, and eventually challenged your group to outperform Shadow Malice in capturing the hearts of this Morlock audience. He challenged you to each of you to sort of 1v1 against members of the four members of the band. The members sort of doing their best musical renditions, and he basically opened the floor up for your party to do whatever your most entertaining tricks or sort of party tricks may be. First of all, the dwarven drummer Krogala did a very impressive drum solo, and was then followed up and challenged by Orin, who did a truly heart-rending performance on his shield as a sort of makeshift steel drum, and rolled maybe a nat 20 from memory. Certainly extremely high, regardless. I don't think any of us realize quite how good your performance modifier is, Phil, by the way.
Indeed.
And it seemed that the Morlocks were more impressed by this steel drum performance than from Krogala's performance. So your party succeeded at the first of these sort of 1v1 confrontations. From there, next up, this sort of lizard-like reptilian creature, Golzash, played a song on the piano on stage, which got quite a favourable reaction from the Morlocks. And then your party, a bit unsure which of those of you remaining would kind of step up to the challenge. You eventually, I think Winterberry pretty much offered Kays up for it, from what I recall. At which point Kays sort of made their way over, got on stage, and seemed a little unsure of what they could do to impress and entertain at quite the level of this band. At which point Kays began shaking rather fast at their body, and then in a sort of move of their arms, sort of across the front of their sort of body, was replaced on stage by a tall, red-headed human female, to surprise and gasps from the crowd, the band, and the party. And that was where we left things, because that seemed about as good a cliffhanger as we could come up with. Case, you are on stage. You are not a fox, feline, kitsune form. You are a female human.
Well,
So there is a bit of shocked silence at what everyone has just seen around the place. The first thing I'll get you to do, Cormac, if you can for me, is make a performance check.
okay.
Unless you've got another one of your uh, another suggestion on what the check may be. I could be open to this being deception, possibly.
I was gonna say deception, probably.
Alright,
But
yeah, I'm open to that in this particular situation. It seems like a very deceptive trick to pull.
yay. That means that I get extra. I needed it.
So yeah, you sort of stand on stage, unsure what to do. You finally do that, the shaking, the hand movement. And as I say, there kind of falls silence, sort of surprise around the place. The Morlocks sort of murmur a little bit amongst one another. Then Rita, the rat folk, turns around and he points in your direction and says, "No shapeshifters! Natural abilities are cheating!"
I then say that this isn't a shape-shifting ability, this is just magic.
You speak aloud, Jeff.
Yeah.
A writer sort of, you see, he sort of sizes you up and he sort of dances around you on the stage, looking you up and down, and then says, "What kind of trick is this?"
It's from a school of magic you'll never know.
And he turns to the crowd and he says, "This is not entertainment, this is deception. This is lying to you, looking down upon you, believing you can be manipulated. It is your choice, audience. A liar or a musical maestro." At which point Golzash does a little flourish on the keyboards, and the Morlocks immediately begin cheering Golzash's name. Golzash, 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 Golzash. And Writer, hey,
Okay. I was gonna pay people to vote for me. But
you can attempt it if you wish.
no, it's alright.
At which point Writer turns, looks over at the table where your party sat, and then looks back at you, Kays, and says, "Your cheap parlour tricks will not entertain this audience. They are far more discerning in their tastes. Off the stage, off the stage."
I don't want to go up there anyways. I'll go back to being me.
What, as you head back over?
Yeah. Oh, there I go.
I don't know about the rest of us, but Orin is probably just sort of looking at you a little bit open-mouthed and confused.
Not there anymore. Oh, I'm back.
Well, no, yeah, Orange just sort of looking over at Kay's, and it was that magic?
Cormac?
I don't say anything. I don't really know what to say, so I won't say anything.
That's okay. Yeah, Oren doesn't really know what to say, so I sort of stumbles a bit, confused, and then he goes back to the other side of the table.
As this sort of awkward encounter is going on, Writer sort of continues getting the Morlocks to cheer for Golzash a little bit, who does a sort of small sort of encore of their performance on the piano. And then Ryder sort of quiets them down and turns and points this time at the this sort of humanoid figure dressed head to toe in purple robes, holding a lute, and Ryder says, "Now Nox, Golzash has pulled at our audience's heartstrings, so perhaps now it is time for you to give them something a bit more lively." At which point this humanoid sort of steps forward with their lute and begins with a small flourish slowly across the strings, and then starts into a ripping lute solo. With all respect to the dead, possibly the best lute performance any of you ever heard.
Well, you can get fucked.
It's pretty good. It's technical without being overly showy. It's very good. It's very good. And the Morlocks, they are absolutely loving it. They, as much as they were like cheering for Golzash a few moments ago, they start cheering for Nox now and cheering for Nox. They even turn it into cheers for Shadow Malice as the band. They're kind of like, they're really into it. And when Nox finally just comes to an immediate, like right through a really big flourish, they just stop immediately. The Morlocks all begin banging and pounding on the tables in front of them. At which point Nox just silently steps back, does a small nod to the audience and just steps back. And then Ryder, the rat folk, calls out and says, "Which one of you thinks they can follow up that?"
Oh, as our leader has to go last, I will go next.
And Ryder looks you up and down in particular, again, sort of a bit similar to Kay, sort of dances all around you, stands pretty similar height to you, Winterberry, and says, "Leshy, we don't see any of
talented
your
Leshy.
type underground."
My roots are underground at all times.
"I thought your type were desperate for your sunlight."
I am the light that grows in the hearts of our little people. Look at that angry look one over there. He used to look even more angrier than he does now.
When you mention that you are the sunlight, the Morlocks, they groan a little. You almost see they sort of pull back a little, almost a bit sort of afraid or intimidated at mention of sunlight. At which point Ryder says, "Well, if you can entertain them as well as Nox, try your best."
Wow. I have a little number I've prepared. I will start off by playing a badass flute,
Oh yeah.
and I will finish by I have a badass lute, which I will start off by playing.
Nice. You're going to try and match him for musical performance.
Yeah,
Nice. Make yourself a
but I have
point.
something different to finish with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I will re-roll that.
Hero points.
I have a hero point for a reason. I need a hero point first.
I've given everyone one.
I think it is worth it. 21.
Nice.
To finish my performance, I was thinking about throwing some light down just to make me shine more. But to finish off, I'm going to let a little berry pop up, and I want to blow it in Ryder's face.
Nice.
I know. I want to make him sneeze.
Oh, the sneezing powder.
Yeah, it's never worked.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Cool. So that is, yeah. Let's get him to make a fortitude save.
And there's always a sneezing powder on me that I never seem to use properly.
So yeah, you play the performance. At the end of the performance, you sort of grab one of your berries, the sneezing powder sort of potion, alchemical berry, and you toss it in his direction. And Ryder immediately, you see, he sort of, his nose sort of begins to sort of twitch a little bit. You see him sort of attempt to sort of blow it away or ignore it, and he just goes, "Shoo!" and begins sneezing uncontrollably. And the crowd seem to find this. The Morlocks seem to find this absolutely hilarious. They break out into laughter. Ryder does not seem very impressed by this at all, and carries on sort of.
I will do.
Go on.
I'll do a little bow and I'll walk off, poking my tongue at him.
The Ryder, he sort of keeps sneezing, trying to sort of regain their composure. Is able to do so after a few moments, but it's already a little bit too late. You can see from his face there's sort of embarrassment at that, and he sort of ushers the Morlocks to stop, and he goes, "That was more trickery and deception, but that wasn't a performance. The performance was the music alone. That was silliness. You have your choice.
Silliness is a performance.
Nox.
I am a comedy act.
You have your choice of Nox or the fruit tree's music." At which point the Morlocks, you see them sort of look around, and then they all start making sneezing noises and begin sort of mocking Ryder. At which point, Nox silently, without Ryder even saving, Nox, you see, just walks off stage and heads off of the stage. Ryder turns around and sees Nox has gone and says, "Concession! You win on a technicality." Technicality. And then Ryder sort of again, you see, sort of begins sort of holding their fingers at their nose, ready for a large sneeze, and fine. I will warn you now, my audience. My vocal cords have been messed with by that. This is a rather unfair situation to be left in. But I will do my best for you, as I do every night. Ryder just begins singing initially in a language none of you recognise. Almost just sounds like sort of squeaks and sort of natural rat noises, and then begins sort of throwing in words that you recognise in common, and begins sort of singing this story of a rat who rose from rags to stardom. Seems to takes great pleasure in making deep and long eye contact with various members of the audience as they do so. Really enjoying telling this story, which is quite clearly more self-serving than anything else potentially. Then finally brings it to an end, and as he sort of reaches the finale, jumps down off of the stage and looks at this one Morlock in particular, places his hand on the Morlock's shoulder as he sings the final line about how it feels to be forgotten and unloved and to be unappreciated. At which point this one Morlock just, you see, he sort of looks up at Ryder with almost like worship. Just clearly Ryder has spoken to his experience as a Morlock. Ryder jumps back on stage and looks over at the member of your party who hasn't yet challenged any of them and says, "The one with the blue hair! You're the only one left."
Hello. Clear my throat. I said yes. I can tell a story as well. if you like, but it's not my story, so I need a volunteer from the crowd, and I'm going to point to Vardin, I think, and invite. No, or either Vardin or the Drider. Probably Vardin, and invite them up onto the stage. And I'll grab a table as well and sort of set it up, actually, pretty much just in front of the stage.
Arden looks very confused, but will reluct stage.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I'll drag a table up. I'll sit you next to the table, and I'm very much presenting this as a modern day magician might present this. So, performing for Vardin, but also performing to the crowd as well. I'm not going to do it now because it takes too long, but I'm going to do a whole fortune telling performance.
Oh, exciting.
Nice.
Do I like it? Is it a good fortune?
You tell me, because as well as you know, I don't really say anything. I just make you say everything and pretend like I said it.
Let's. I guess this is fortune telling, right?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, but I mean, it can be a performance. I've got a good performance.
Yeah, I'm
or-
fine with that. Yeah,
yeah.
if you're leaning more into the performance
Yeah.
side of it, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was a fortune. Oh, yeah, that's fortune law. I think you might be looking at.
Oh yeah, of course, yes, a law.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's-
right. Yeah,
that's
you're right.
law
yes,
of fortune, yeah.
That's for law.
I think it's an entire performance check for doing the fortune telling.
Yes, that sounds right. Yeah, yeah,
Cool. All right. Just make a check, yeah.
yeah. Go for it.
Cool. Be good. Oh, it's not the best. What did I roll? 5. I'm going to hero point that.
Nice.
There you go. That's better.
It's a lot better.
Well, it's one. It's technically one better, but
Yeah, you are with Vardin's assistance or participation. Yeah, you are able to read their sort of do a tarot or harrow reading for them. As you're doing, obviously, as you say, you're leaning quite heavily into the sort of performance aspect of this bunk, but you are able to get like harrow readings they are not a purely performative thing. There is a spiritual science around it, and you are able to get some sort of read on Vardin's harrow, their fate and their past. Their past is one of action and danger. When you look into their sort of present situation, there is a heavy sense of the mask, which is either it can be read in multiple ways. The mask as a harrow card can be read as pure deception. It can also be read as uncertainty, where maybe somebody is stuck in sort of two paths or two versions of themselves. So it can be read in many ways. But yeah, the idea of a mask over one's true self. And then as you look into their sort of read their future or what is ahead for them, you get nothing at all, which is actually somewhat odd. Although harrow readings, especially in terms of future, are not a exact science. Like it will not predict somebody's future perfectly. To get nothing of anybody's future, even if there is not a long path for you to follow, normally you would get some reading of even their immediate future beyond your reading itself, you receive nothing at all.
Can I? The audience, are they sort of engaged in my Harrow story?
Oh, as you are able to sort of get the idea of this character, this person's sort of heroic and action filled background, that's quite exciting to them. And then as you're able to sort of introduce the idea of this mask hiding one's true self, sort of, or the duplicity or the uncertain nature, or this idea of like dual personalities, whatever it is, the Morlocks seem fascinated by it. They are. I mean, you have this crowd at the palm of your hands. You even, at one moment, you even catch out the corner of your eye, Ryder is paying far more attention than he probably wants to let on, and seems like even he is actually quite entranced by your performance.
Fantastic. In which case, I will say that whilst the cards don't reveal much about your future, I'm sure it doesn't take a fortune to tell that you to know that you're going to be part of a great victory this evening. Referring, of course, to the Harrow reading I'm doing right now.
And yeah, Ryder, once your reading is sort of finished, Ryder very quickly ushers you away. He's like, back to your seats. This trickery again. Anybody could pull cards from a deck and claim to know somebody's past and future. He looks over at the half-orc and he calls out Vardin by name. Seems like Vardin is relatively known in the tavern. And he says, "None of that's even true, Vardin. You're no adventurer. You're a fighter, but it's not true, any of it, was it?"
Yeah, hate to break it to you, mate, but some of that stuff's really hit the nail on the head. I'm an adventurer. He's got me.
And Ryder can immediately sort of sense from the Morlocks that the crowd have turned a little there, because if anything, he's just helped Bunk's case here. He's just backed up that whatever has just happened has some kind of truth to it. And the Morlocks immediately, you see them begin whispering to one another, and you can almost hear the speculation of Vardin's sort of story and experiences going around amongst the Morlocks. Ryder is very quick and says, "Ooh, we could guess all night at what somebody claims they've done in their past, but my story of rising from the dirty streets of Estabrook to be here on stage with you, my fellow forgotten and fallen underground creatures, that is a shared and true story." At which point the Morlocks go a little quiet. And then one of the Morlocks calls out and speaks out in common and says, "Vardin, tell us about an adventure."
Well, if you'll indulge me, who here's seen the surface?
None of the Morlocks put their hand up. The Drider, who's sort of standing guard, puts their hand up silently, as do Ryder and Golzash, sorry.
I do.
Now, where I'm from, originally, not far from a town known as Atari, there are a set of rolling hills. And in that hills once there lived a devilish creature. Depths of the Nine Hells itself. Now I took a troop of adventurers with me, as we were raised by the town nearby to slay the monster. It was actually a good friend of mine from Atari that paid for us to do so, and slayed the monster and brought its skull back. I think if you go there now, I don't know if it's still. I haven't been to Atari for a while, but if you go there now, supposedly the skull still sits there. This demonic beast that was slain. Of course, Some of us didn't make it back, but some of us, the more impressive, did. I'm not a good storyteller, but head to Atari, find out yourselves.
Vardin, if I can get your choice of, well, if that story is not true, you can roll deception. If you are embellishing it for impact, rather than lying but just trying to make it impactful, you can roll performance. Or if this is a true experience you've had, you can roll survival.
You want me to do it secret?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll leave that up to you, I guess. Yeah.
More so, I was going to do it secret so that no one else knows what I've
Yeah.
rolled.
Do it
Ro-
secret.
that a
roll,
thing?
roll a d20, and I can
Okay.
add the appropriate modifier to that. Hero points, Raven. I assume you're happy.
No, I'm fine with that.
Deception.
Or he hasn't got a hero point because he's not really an adventurer.
Yes, there is that problem. Yeah.
Orion leans across to Winterberry and just says, "Did you see a giant animal skull in Atari?"
I think I did.
Well, whether you saw it or not, these Morlocks, they love the idea of Vardin leading adventures against this demonic beast, and they immediately, you see them, they start almost calling on top of each other, shouting out over each other, asking other questions like, "What colour was it? How big was it? How did it fight? How many died?" They're all incredibly excited. Writer, right?
Red. 9'4" when I measured it. 2 of us died.
None of them.
They all immediately, they're sort of speculating, almost asking more. Writer says, "Enough! Enough! This is the band's performance. You can talk to him about his stories of fiction later on." Fine. The audience has spoken. And at this... Fine. No more performance tonight. Shadow Malice may return tomorrow, but you have chosen your entertainers for the evening, audience.
Keyboard solo. Keyboard solo.
Golzash immediately begins playing a few notes, then Writer turns around and says, "Stop it!" Golzash walks slowly off stage, and then Writer sort of walks back, stops at the door at the back of the stage, and then walks back and slams it shut. Congratulations. For passing that encounter and succeeding in defeating Shadow Malice there, your party will gain 110 XP.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh,
Just, you didn't tell the big important part.
Yeah, I'll
about
say
last week.
the other thing for anyone that missed last
Yes,
session.
we
was
leveled up.
You've already got enough XP to hit level 6, but we were in the middle of a conversation in a tavern, so no one has actually leveled up yet.
That is lovely.
And yeah, some of the Morlocks seem incredibly excited. The bartender, sort of, you can see he sort of disappears for a moment, and then when he comes back, he is followed by a grey-skinned, slightly translucent. It has like a grey tinge to it. This translucent skin, humanoid with just about what you might describe as feminine features, outside of the long, sort of slightly demonic lizard-like tongue and deep, burning red eyes. She calls over to Vardin. She says, he tells me you've been keeping secrets from us in the time you've been here. Must be at least 3 weeks you've been down here now. And you didn't tell us you had a background outside of the fighting arenas.
Well,
So go on.
it didn't seem like it needed to come up. You asked if I could fight.
Well, it seems this new group you have ingratiated yourself with have upset my band for the night. Unfortunately, there will be no musical performance today. Audience. But to make up for the disappointment, a drink for everybody on the house. And she nods at the Morlock behind the bar before sort of heading back through the doorway.
Marin turns round and grabs Vardin's arm and looks him in the eyes. Who is that? What is that?
Do I know?
You do. So that is you're unsure if she's the owner of the tavern. It's very unclear because the Sigalfi who do come into the tavern and let people know when the next fights are about to take place and who is taking part in them, they clearly seem to have overall control of the gladiatorial arena and the tavern itself.
Yeah.
That is her name is Vishari. A name the rest of the party have heard Mershon mention as well previously. This was the creature that he told you he believed was intimidated by his muscles and his strength. So it's unclear if she owns the tavern, but she certainly seems to run things in the tavern.
He's the one that's in charge. Yeah.
Yeah, she is friendly, polite, quick to anger. Anybody that causes any trouble in the tavern doesn't happen often. The Morlocks, most of the normal inhabitants or regulars are Morlocks, but you occasionally get people that are coming through to take part in the fights. Any of them that may get a little bit beyond their station. Vishari is quite quick to temper, but between her and her Drider guard, who is nameless, you've never had a name used, they tend to put a stop to any trouble quite quickly. And anyone that ever does cause trouble seems to very conveniently get paired against very unfairly balanced fights in the arena in their next rounds, their next matches.
Yep.
So she certainly seems to be in league with the Sigalfi.
So like a female Orin.
And what is she? Does Vardin know, or can I make a knowledge check? A recall
Vardin,
knowledge?
you don't know exactly what she is. Anyone in the group, including this imposter Vardin, can make a secret society check
Ooh.
if they want to see if they sort of recognise what type of creature she is.
Secret
I
society.
don't think I have got the skills.
Oh,
to
I
do
am.
that.
I am deciding. How do I make it secret?
Hold control.
Control.
I feel like I have to.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
probably got the best roll for this one.
Nice.
Oh yeah, plus 11. Okay.
I know it's society. Where's the number? There we go. Yeah, as it happens, actually, of those of you that are trying to sort of recall or anything, the only one who does recognise what type of creature this is you, Orin.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
She is a an Erdefan. Erdefans are humanoid. They act very much like humans. They tend to live in sort of like communities, underground towns and cities and communities. They have the most immediately apparent thing, if you ever encounter an Erdefan, is that they have transparent skin. And even their musculature is, though you can see the muscles, that's also slightly transparent. You can almost see their entire sort of bone structure and insides. And they always, all of them have dark, piercing, glowing red eyes. The general belief of Erdefan is that, or at least as far as the sort of lore goes, is that they are descendants of creatures that were in league with devils and demons. That the first Erdefan to ever arrive in Fentos were essentially slaves to help devils and demons do their various biddings on this plane. And it would seem some of them somehow, or so the story goes, they got maybe left behind or forgotten about by their creators and their master. And they've been able to sort of live here. Erdefan extremely rarely seen above ground. Their transparent skin makes them extremely uncomfortable in sunlight.
That's okay. Okay, but they are not undead as such.
No, not at all. No, they're not undead. No, they are living creatures. They are fully living, normal humanoids with very translucent skin.
Okay.
One thing, the other thing you do know from sort of lore and experience, they are extremely aggressive, vicious, and violent warmongers. They are a extremely combative species. Don't tend to be known to interact well with any other creatures or species. An Erdefan on its own is probably not a big threat, but if you were to find yourselves inside of an Erdefan colony underground, you would probably be pretty sure you weren't leaving alive.
And you know her then, Vardin?
A little. Yeah, we've crossed paths a little bit. You know, as you do down here.
You said you've been here 3 weeks?
Around that, yeah. Easy to lose track of time, I guess.
Do you know how to get out of here?
Wouldn't still be here if I did.
How many matches have you won?
Oh. How many? Let me have a think.
Do you want an out loud answer? Or do you
Probably-
want me to send you a... I'll
I mean,
send you a
you can,
message.
you can send me a whisper if you want. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not been the busiest of times, I guess, down here from what I'd imagine, but I've done a couple, 2 or 3.
How many is all Macho Man one compared to you?
I think he wins basically everyone he does, but he fights as often as he can. Like, he's always fighting.
Back 1 sec.
How did you get
He's
here?
better at opening doors.
Unless that's already been covered last week in conversation.
It has not. Really good question, if I'm honest with you. I was travelling. Next thing I know, woke up here. literally wish there was more to it to tell you than that, but I don't
this like
really
an
know
inn?
how I got here. I assume this is an area near the near the Gauntlet. I'm assuming, but I might be wrong. Could have been taken anywhere.
You said you got a friend in Atari.
Yeah.
Well, we know a few people in Atari.
Oh, you guys are from Atari. That's cool.
Who's your friend?
I mean, it's a long time ago. I don't even know if they're still there or not, but I assume they haven't moved on. They always seem pretty comfortable there. You may have met them. They're a bit. I think they're a bit of the town, maybe the town weirdo. That might be unfair. This there's a good friend of mine called Win. Rin.
Rin.
Live just outside of the town, or just near the edge.
Tiefling.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
A little bit unfocused.
That's a polite way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah.
know Rin.
How did you do? Oh, that's cool. How did you know Rin?
She asked the Dawnblades for help, and so I was sent to help.
Are you guys all Dawnblades? I mean, I can
No.
see that. I can see that
I'm
with
not.
you, but some of you.
I'm not.
Oh, I see. Right.
They asked for religious help from a godly world, and I was sent here as the chosen one
Nice.
to help guide.
I'm just his brother. I point to Tunk.
I see.
Sam,
Hello.
what race was the other Uthred?
He was an orc.
I thought you meant they were in your party.
No, the other Uthred. Are you the other Uthred?
No, Uthred. You mean Uthred? Other
Yeah.
Uthred
The
was a
good
gnome.
Uthred.
The good Uthred. Are
Yeah.
you good Uthred?
Oh, I'm
The
Vardin.
barbarian Uthred.
Oh, I really hope you are. That'd be the best thing ever.
I am Vardin. I am a half orc, and I like to hit things.
How's that good Uthred to me?
I mean, isn't anything good Uthred compared to Uthred?
I love how even you've joined this at this point. There's no point defending him.
he's dead. I can't defend him anymore. Like,
Mm.
Sorry to derail it, but yeah, sorry. But good Uthred was half orc. We knew this, right? I'm sure. Rin talked about
Yeah,
him.
she did.
Yeah. How smart am I?
bloody
My
good
opinion.
question, eh?
I she can't
Is
remember,
it
right?
wisdom or intellect to have figured that out, that this could be the one that was meant to get Uthred's letter?
I'm terrible at both, so I'm going to say nothing.
Winterberry is extremely intelligent.
Oh, you probably figured it out then, or at least maybe put two and two together that there was a half orc that Rin knew. But I'm going to say nothing because I'm not. Bunker's not smart enough to think about that.
Do you know if there's a room we could take in here to take a little nap?
I mean, I'd assume there's places to rest.
What
Sure,
are
we
all
can
in
find
through
somewhere.
all these doors?
Just to jog your memory, Vardin.
Yeah.
There are no rooms to rest. The only
There are
rest-
no rooms to rest
The
here.
only rest rooms that tend to be offered are the 4 curtained chambers by the sauna.
Oh yeah, there's the curtained rooms. That's where people rest, which is
Near the undead they have staying there.
oh, they've got some undead staying, have they? Oh, good. It's always wonderful clientele here.
Are you referring to the ghast that we killed? Sorry.
Yeah.
We disposed of those, but undead seem to infest this place. So what can you tell us around here? There's the sauna.
And there's the arena.
So in 3 weeks, are the only 2 places you've been?
I mean, I've spent a lot of time here. There's booze.
The Sigalfi keep a pretty close watch on anyone sort of even looking to leave any of those areas, yeah.
The Gal could keep a pretty close watch on everyone.
So when you want to have a little nap, what do you normally do then?
Go to a curtain room, have a nap. It's not exactly very comforting trying to sleep here, so.
No, it feels. There.
It feels like if we're going to have a rest, those curtains look like the place it's going to be.
Should we rest or should we try and get out of here? At some point, they're going to notice that the
Yeah.
leader's dead.
Are you? Do you say that in front of Arden?
Yeah, for the sake of making it easier. Yeah.
Hang on, what do you mean? What do you mean?
So we were exploring the Gauntlet, and we were sent here, I think. And after fighting something, we encountered what's his name? He's behind the door. Jafaki. Yeah, Jafaki. We encountered Jafaki. And let's just say the negotiations didn't go well.
R.I.P. Fred.
But in that, Jafaki died.
Oh shit. And they don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
Does the name Jafaki mean anything to me, by the way, Sam? I assume it does.
100%. So the
Yeah.
Sigalfis run this area on a pretty tight leash. Jafaki does make his presence known in the arena and in the tavern from time to time. He is known as the leader. You would know immediately if Jafaki is dead. If/when that is discovered, the shit will hit the fan. Yeah.
Yeah. So knowing that, I just like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, if we're getting out, it's got to be soon.
Which
'Cause
door?
As soon as they find that out, we're fucked.
So the knowledge you have, Varden, so in terms of the doors and the general area, this door here, you've never seen anybody use. Nobody's ever tried to use it. This one just here.
Okay.
You have kind of taken up residence at this table down here anyway, and in your sort of experience of trying to understand your surroundings a bit more, you are aware that door is locked.
Yeah.
And are unsure who may or may not have keys for it. There is the door at the back of the stage. You've never been through there, but Shadow Malice come on and off stage there whenever they perform. That's all you know of that door there. This door up to the sort of northeast. Vishari comes and goes from there. Sometimes the Sigalfi also go through there. So you've never been through there. You assume offices, living quarters. It's clearly somewhere where she has her own sort of dwelling when she meets the Sigalfi to discuss whatever they may discuss.
Right.
the door up to the sort of northwest or direct north, I guess, at the top of the room. That is to the kitchens. You've never been in the kitchens. You know they prepare the food. You've eaten the food because you've been living here for 3 weeks at this point. The food is not great.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that you have no alternative source of food down here, you probably wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. Whenever it arrives, it is fried meat of some description.
Yeah.
It has never been made clear to you what the source of that meat is.
Yep.
And through hunger and desperation, you've probably decided it was best not to ask. And then the double doors to the west, they are... So you've got the door to the south, which heads down to the gladiatorial arena. You've been through there before. You've been through that. And then these doors to the west, you have been through there as well. So they lead into some long corridors. There are various rooms that come off the corridors, all of which have signs in a language you don't read, but you have been warned by the Morlocks that nobody is to go into any of those doors. You have followed, and you have gone as far as there is a sort of shaft with a circular staircase that heads both up and down. That is as far as you have dared to go. Whenever you have been to that circular staircase, there is always a Sigalfi on guard there. And they also have the Sigalfi that is there. They're always accompanied by a rather weird-looking moaning creature, which you have never been able to identify.
I passed all this information on to my new friends in the hope that they don't leave me here when they try and make an escape.
Stairs going up.
What about the door in the arena? Do you know where that goes? One at the bottom.
Absolutely no idea.
So yeah, there are the two doors, the two sets of doors in the arena. You've seen Jafaki and the other Sigalfi go through the one to the east. You've never seen anyone come in or out the doors to the west. The fighters, whenever they go down there, if they're fighting other challengers, then they just head down together from the tavern when they're called. If they are fighting some of the strange creatures and creations which the Sigalfi seem to put them up against, the creatures are always there when they arrive.
I guess we try that door.
Has anyone got a way of... I mean, locked door screams that we'd like to go through it. Has anyone got a way of getting through doors that shouldn't be got through?
Oh, I am quite a talented locksmith.
The only issue is doing that in broad daylight is not going to work.
There's no one down there at the moment.
I just
The
worry
only
someone's
one
going to
is
look over
our
and spot us.
friend, the butch man.
I would use the term friend lightly there. I fear he may not want us to go.
You've spent enough time around and watching Mershon that you are well aware of Arden. He ingratiates himself with newcomers, hoping to essentially get in their good books long enough to get them into a fight against him as soon as possible, hoping that his friendship and getting into their good graces will give them enough of a distraction for him to get a head start in the fight.
Yeah.
He is incredibly duplicitous, in your opinion.
Yeah.
He's a butch Winterberry.
So, in your experience, Varden, if we were to go through would we be allowed to just walk through these doors here? The double doors?
Have I seen anyone go through there before?
Yeah, absolutely. You've been allowed to go through them freely.
Yeah.
The only thing you've all been told is that you don't go into any of the rooms that have signs on them.
Yeah.
Why don't you show us these rooms that we're not supposed to go in, so we know we're not supposed to go in them?
Yeah, absolutely. I finish my drink, stand up,
Oh,
Off we go.
you okay, Bunk? Because apparently we can't go through the first left door.
Well, the rule is go through the first left door we can go through.
We can go through it our normal way, but I think we might get in trouble if we try that.
Then it's okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah,
How many
I
doors?
will wander up with, I guess, taking the front with tongue.
Yeah. So as you sort of you're able to leave free. None of the Morlocks even seem to pay any attention. The Dryder guard sort of looks over at you, but doesn't seem to have any problem with you leaving. Yeah, you're well aware of the rules, Varden. You've been able to go out here for what limited amount of sort of exercise and break you can get. So
As soon as Case comes through there, I'm going to shut the door.
cool. The first of these signposted doors that you have, they all have signs in a language you don't recognise, Vardin. The first of them is the double doors right ahead of you. So they have while these signs on, you have never so far decided to trial what is the deal with these doors. But yeah, the doors to the north lead to another corridor you're familiar with. Yeah.
Can any of us read that sign?
In your party, let me have a look quick. No.
Well, so we're allowed to go up here. You said there's stairs at the end of one of these corridors.
Yeah, so this corridor goes up to the north, Varden, and then there is some more doors. There's a door to the east, which leads to the large circular staircase. Yeah.
That did not give us much view. There we go.
So yeah, again, you've got this another long stone corridor. There is another set of double doors to the west. Another one of these signed doors in this language you don't recognise again. And at the top, you've got this. There's like an octagonal chamber. You got the hallway. Obviously, you've come up. Then there's a door to the west. A double door to the east. The double door to the east, Varden, goes directly to that staircase, the sort of circular staircase. The door to the west you have been through before as well, and it leads to a small natural cave system which has a water pool, which you, as far as you're aware, is where they sort of get a lot of the water which they use to make the various drinks on offer in the tavern.
Okay. Do we want to go check out the staircase or the water pool?
Staircase seems
Could
the
I
obvious
be
thing. Do we-
intelligent enough to figure out that we came our direction? That could be where the other Jaffreezy thingy is in that
Jaffreezy.
direction to where we came in. Am I intelligent enough to figure that out?
You tell me. If you think you are, then yeah, absolutely.
I think I am.
Yeah.
I think I know what's up that way, and that's where we came in. And there is
Well, this way.
an invisible wall up where that one who
Well, this would
spoke
put
into
us
my mind
behind
is.
that wall. But
Yeah.
Varden, you said there's a stairwell this way,
Yeah, it's a staircase if you go this way, apparently.
so we should.
I
mean,
think we're
not-
in a natural cave. That water's got to be coming in from somewhere. What does Leader Bunk think?
Maybe
Door
now
on the
go
left? Left it is. The boss man has spoken.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Gonna get us in trouble at some point.
The classic
Until
rule, to be fair.
Till it does, it has worked out so far.
40 years of adventure and it's not let me down yet, so...
Oh, you also like to go left.
No, it's always the go. Is there any other way? Like,
Well, that's exactly what I say to these.
You're gonna have a little listen at the door to see if there's anything behind it.
Yeah, if you want.
Sure.
Actually, you can just open it. Apparently, we're allowed to wander right now.
Yeah, you sort of lean up against there. You hear no sound at all, Oren.
There's nothing there. But then you said this. You've been down this way, Vardin.
Yeah, it's a water pool. Like, we can check it out, see if there's anything advantageous, but
I am
I
very
wouldn't expect
knowledgeable of
anything.
water.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it leads into large natural cavern, Orin.
That doesn't look totally natural. Let's get to this point
Oh.
then.
I feel like I'm at home here.
So it leads to a large natural cavern until you get round to here, at which point
Shit.
you can see there is what appears to be like a window, a sort of a glass or window where you can see through to the circular shaft which Vardin had mentioned with the staircase. You can see in there is some stairs heading upwards, and you can see what looks to be some stairs heading down as well. You can also see a Sigalfi there alongside a creature which Vardin didn't recognise, but you have encountered before. The Sigalfi seems to be accompanied by a Grofflet, which is one of those failed flesh-warped creatures.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting. Are they looking at us, or are they?
No, they don't seem to be. No, the Groffler is almost. You notice the Groffler is actually chained to a. There's like a banister type, I guess, around the sort of the inner sort of circle of the chamber. The Groffler appears to be chained to that, and the Sigalfi is actually just watching the Groffler and seems to be taking notes in a book.
I guess we explore this water feature.
Well, I guess we can. Thinking back to the those blueprints that we found, it suggested levels of the gauntlet. You had underneath Bellacora's retreat was the arena. Presumably that's where we are. Beneath that is the laboratory.
Yeah, I assume so.
And the prison, the farm, and the hunting grounds, and the Temple of Nimbleoth.
You were not worried that we were maybe not in the thing anymore?
Well, I think
away.
that's possible, but we're in an arena, and the blueprints we had said there was an arena, so
that's what I was thinking as well. Yeah.
So I'm thinking if we're to continue our mission, then we go down.
How deep is the water?
So as you sort of stand at the water's edge, you can see it says like you've got like the sort of like the sort of rocky sort of shoreline, I guess, for lack of a better term, and you can see quite quickly, just sort of peering over, the water looks like it drops very steeply and very quickly. Looks very deep. Yeah. The other thing you do notice, as you're sort of stood there looking, Winterberry, just to the sort of southeast of where you are, there is another one of those sort of like glass walls and chambers where you can see. It looks like there is a corridor just sort of adjacent to this natural chamber where you are.
Nothing like a dungeon with a view. Do you want to keep going around, Winterberry?
I don't know. Being a sea creature, I reckon I might be able to swim quite far down.
I thought we'd floated. Give it a try if you want to.
I'm looking through my potions, to be honest. I've got one that helps with water, I believe. Sea Touch Elixir.
Well, having just peeked around here.
Alright, let's have a look around.
We're
Yeah,
unless we can swim. Is that a bridge down here?
Yeah, so again, with that sort of like that glass chamber, it's sort of the corridor goes down. There is a slight bridge that goes over to a platform on the west, and then seems to carry on down south,
So,
further than the natural
could we-
cavern.
Could we go under that
Yeah, in the water. There's
if we were in the water?
Yeah, there's no ground, but in the water you certainly could. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm coming, by the way. I'm just.
I wonder if Varden's just led us into a trap because he's disappeared.
That's just me being slow.
How, how deep is this? Sort of, is it sort of, I don't know, beach and then gets deeper, or
As you basically
deep
look
straight
off the rock, the sort of rocky
Yeah.
shoreline, you can see always immediately it gets very deep very quickly. Like it looks like yeah, it's hard to tell. You certainly can't see a bottom to it.
what do people think?
I mean, I'm not opposed to a bit of swimming. What do we think's around there?
I don't know. Can you swim?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry.
As far as that.
This walkway. Is there any way of climbing up onto it from where we are here?
No, there's like a glass. There's like a glass chamber,
Glass,
a glass sort of around it. Yeah, sort of encased.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, all right. Yeah, in that case, I'm happy to swim.
I can
Well-
check the bottom out if you want.
How?
I'm a sea creature. I have great swimming and I breathe underwater.
Do you want to tie a rope around you?
If you want.
Oh no, what do you want? If you're a great
Yeah,
sea
tie some-
creature.
Tie some rope around me.
Okay.
Sam?
Yeah.
I'm going to drink the sea touched elixir.
Oh yeah.
It basically turns me a bit more fishy-like and increases my swimming speed by 20 feet.
A bit more fishy like,
I get wed toes and wed fingers.
as you did.
Turns into seaweed.
I turn into seaweed. And I'm going to pull out my bottled air.
Yeah.
Which means I can breathe. To activate, I use it to breathe in, so I shouldn't run out of air while going down.
I sadly don't have any rope, it turns out. Has anyone got any rope? We must have someone like grappling hook.
We had a grappling hook rope a minute ago.
You definitely got some rope somewhere in the party. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll tie it around Winterberry.
Nice.
And I'll pull up my bottle of air and I'll jump in.
Yeah, that's cool.
That does work, right? Down bottle of air. I'm guessing I've tested it before.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
jump down and I will swim around. I will pull the rope if I encounter anything.
That's cool. Yeah, one sec. Cool. Yeah, so you're just gonna jump into the water and have a look round. Yeah. And
Yeah.
You are roped up.
I'm roped up. I can swim 20 feet quicker. So I've got good speed and I've got bottled air, so I don't need to come back up for air.
Okay. Well, we're an hour.
I've
into
seen
this.
I've just seen how expensive this bottled air is.
Let's reward your use of consumables and bravery by giving you a hero point as we're an hour in. And then
That's
yeah.
a good sign.
Well, no, it's like perfectly timed. Like if he's going to jump into this deep water the moment the hero point reminder comes up, then yeah, I think he's earned it. So you're just having a look like under the surface water, just having a look what's down there, basically. Yeah. Make a secret perception check for me.
I also think for making the old sneezing thing finally come up. I've had that since
Yeah, that's
level
true.
1.
Yeah, it's never worked until now, right? Nice. Yeah, you sort of begin going underwater. You're sort of having a look around. You're looking for the bottom or looking for him.
Yeah, look for the bottom. Maybe an
yeah.
exit.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so you sort of begin looking around. And you can see there's like a mix of like there is clearly like this is like natural cavern, but you can see where there are like some sort of clearly sort of made supports and like bits that are like supporting that where there's like there's the glass encased like corridor, so it goes over to almost like a platform on the eastern side. You can see where there's like some supports holding that up and sort of supporting it that go to the sort of go underwater. You do spot a couple of sort of interesting bits. There is, you can see sort of underneath the walkway sort of down here, you can see there's almost what looks to be like a slight cavern on the side, built away a little bit. But there's no sign. You can even go over to have a quick look. You don't see any signs of anything inside of it or anything in there, anything like that sort of concerns you at all. Other than that, you don't find anything else of note. Obviously, the water is like it's very deep and it's relatively dark. So you can see in the sort of area around you, but the water, it goes all the way back up to the north, obviously up to where you sort of saw the shore earlier. It does seem to sort of go down to the south as well.
Winterberry, can you try and get down to sort of down the bottom there and
Can I
slip round
get
the corner?
down there
Yeah,
where
yeah,
he's
totally.
pointing?
Yeah, you sort of swim down thanks to your swim speed. You're able to go down underneath the underneath where that sort of corridor becomes a platform over the water. And you can see you can get quite a distance actually. You can see that it sort of comes around. You notice a few things. The first thing you notice is there is just over here. There is you can see the water sort of meets a wall, whereas obviously like the chamber has a wall in it itself. But as you're swimming underneath, you can see there's actually a grate, which looks like sort of heads up into whatever that chamber or room is. And then the other thing, as you're sort of looking at that, you see there is a slight glisten and sparkle, something at the sort of bottom of the area you're in, a little deeper, it's sort of sparkling.
Ooh.
Can't quite make out what it is.
We like sparkly.
I like sparkly.
We also like you being alive, so
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a pool. I'm gonna do like a round pool, like I found something. So I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
do
do
that.
That says
and
I
then-
found something.
yeah, like I'm not gonna do like the angry pool, like once I see danger, like a circular one. So they know I found something, and I'm gonna swim down to it.
Danger, pull!
It does feel like that's what he's asking us to do, is to pull him back.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna swim down and pull back.
You swim down Winterberry, and you find there's what looks to be. You can see there is there's what looks to be eggs, hatched eggs, like old remains of eggs. But these look, as you look at them, they don't look like fresh or anything. You even sort of touch them; they almost sort of crumble as you touch them. These look like they've probably been there and hatched for quite some time. The size of creature that would come from these eggs, it would probably be sort of like a medium creature, like sort of size of sort of K's or something like that, like equivalent to like an adult humanoid. Maybe it's relatively large.
I'll do a danger pool.
And we will pull him back.
Before you want to investigate the shiny object. Or...
Oh, you just said there's danger eggs here.
Yeah,
and
that's
me
fine. That's
think,
cool.
oh,
Yeah, that's
did
all
you? Oh wait, you said they've been there a while. I'll risk it another like. I'll look a little bit closer, but I'm going to be on edge, ready to pull.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, as you sort of look through, you can see where the shining's coming, sort of just beyond where the eggs are, and you can swim down to it, and you can see there is a extremely shiny piece of scale mail armor with like the motif of like a lion on it, and even sort of relatively deep under the water here, with not a lot of natural light. It kind of shimmers quite, quite obviously.
Oh.
I'm
Jack
going to
Frost's-
attempt to grab it.
Yeah, you can pick it up, no problem. I will add it to your inventory. It is a +1 resilient scale mail. With a value of 500 gold pieces. This is very, very valuable and powerful armor.
I can't use it, so I'll be giving it to someone when I come back. I don't think I can use it.
Oh, armor don't seem to be as many armor restrictions as.
What armor am I actually wearing?
I don't think you've got any.
Studded
you're
leather.
Studded leather armor, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna swim back.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I can see here, like no exit.
No, nothing like that at all. You know. So yeah, you sort of begin swimming back. As you get to here, you spot something between you and the party.
Are you the price?
We are going to drop into initiative.
I don't see why we have to.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like an
Seems like it sounds more like a Winterberry problem than an Orin problem.
You guys can all roll with perception, see how much attention.
Holy
you pay to this
fuck.
rope. What?
What the fuck is that?
It's probably nothing.
This song, along.
Oh,
Have I
they've
made
got a
it?
nice bit.
It
Yeah,
says name
we
on
can
it.
see it.
Not anymore.
We can tell it's quick.
I can't get past it.
Yeah, if I can get initiative for everybody.
Oh, no magic thing has appeared. 1 second.
There we go.
Lost my character sheet.
Vardin, why are you not at full health? Have I missed anything?
Oh, because you've leveled us up to level 6.
I'm not level 6.
No, I haven't.
But my character sheet is at level 6 is the issue, and I don't know how to
I see.
change it.
There
There we go.
You're at level
Oh,
5.
I'm now at 78 HP. 1 second. Problem solved.
Lovely.
Same
now
sort
at
of
full
problem for
health.
Kays as well, by the looks of it. Oh, this Kays is actually injured.
No, Kays was injured. Kays is still at level 5. Yeah, Kays was the one I think that wasn't fully healed before. Kays and Winterberry were both slightly short of fully healed, yeah.
Yeah. We were being lazy and didn't want to do that last bit of health.
So I assumed we were all fully healed, so I didn't suggest that we wait 10 minutes to get lay on hands back.
Oh, I had it back anyway.
I have a thing that I'd like to do when I roll initiative, please, Mr. Sam.
Okay.
Can I rage?
Can you rage?
It's a thing.
Is it?
Quick tempered. I roll initiative, and I'm not encumbered or wearing heavy armor. My fury is instinctive and instantaneous. I rage.
Yeah. Nice, yeah. Your fury is instinctive, so even having not seen anything, your instincts tell you something is not right, and
Yeah.
you rage.
I get very angry.
Yes.
I
Whoa.
could be picking flowers right now.
But he could still be any class. Cool. Yeah, so Winterberry, as you sort of begin swimming back, you spot ahead of you in the water this blue purple tinge sort of
That's cute.
cute creature, which it's glowing sort of orange eyes, and the tentacles which it has out ahead of it coming towards you directly give you no room for concern at all. It looks cute according to Phil, and that's all that matters. Let's drop into initiative. So yeah, this creature is coming directly towards you, Wintery. What you spot it before you really have time to even react or kind of do anything to sort of react as it comes round. It immediately moves in your
And to
direction.
be fair, I would feel like I had no weapons in my hands while I was swimming.
I think that sounds reasonable.
I'm just going to sheath those bits as well.
Closes the distance down to you. The one thing I always say in Shane's favour is he's an incredibly strong role player, even at his own disadvantage.
Yeah.
No
I
one
won't
else in
have
this
that
situation
man,
would be like, by the way, GM, I don't have any weapons.
I don't have any weapons because I'm swimming. I might try the swim escape because I got a good swimming speed.
So yeah, immediately swims towards you, and then one of those tentacles just whips out underwater in your direction, Winterberry. For a critical hit.
Oh dear.
And that's because I'm clumsy because I picked up the scale well.
Well, if Varden isn't real way through it, I guess you will be.
Ooh! Fuck.
54 damage.
Wow.
Fuck.
Well, the good news is he's easier to pull if he's unconscious.
Can I get from you a fortitude save, please, Winterberry?
Yeah. Wow, what a time for a little crit roll.
Nice. So yeah, immediately you see this thing suddenly start dashing towards you. The tentacles just whip and wrap around you and hit you for pretty much all of the vitality you have in you. And you feel them burn as they wrap around you. You're able to fight that off. And then as second you finish sort of fighting off that sort of the pain and the burning around it, you notice the creature's close the distance a little more and just throws its fangs out towards you. And you see that coming just in time. Even underwater, you're able to sort of just move slightly out of the way as it sort of jerks its head forward, and you just move slightly to the side, and it sort of moves past you very slightly. Bunk, you feel as the sort of group is there. Orin and Varden were holding onto the rope, I think, weren't they? You said. You guys get nothing initially. Varden's instincts begin sort of tingling for just a second, and then you feel the sort of jerk. It's not like pulling desperately like Winterberry said he would, but you just feel the jerk as the impact of the creature hitting Winterberry sort of pulls on the rope. And you can sort of share that amongst the party. Is Bunk's initiative?
Yeah. Do I have a good line of sight to this creature?
You guys can't see anything currently, no.
Okay. Why can't we see anything? Because it's dark.
It's all underwater. This is
Underwater.
Yeah, they are
Fine.
underwater. Those two, yeah, currently.
Deep enough that we can't like see ripples.
Yeah.
Like,
You can see some movement. You can see some movement going on. So especially once Winterberry gets hit, you can see a sort of like some movement of thrashing around in the water.
But not like tentacles or
No, you can't
things
see
coming out
any
of the water,
creature,
that kind of stuff. No,
Yeah.
okay, got you. All right. Yeah. In this case, I'm gonna just shout something's wrong, and I'm gonna start putting in the rope as much as I can. My weak little arms.
Nice. I will. If you want to make make an athletics check for me, Bunk.
Not really, no.
Nice. Yeah. As you start seeing the thrashing, you sort of jump forward and grab with the other two at the rope and start trying to pull forwards. Winterberry, it is your turn.
I'm going to delay and let him pull me in.
You had delay, yeah?
I'm going to delay. Yeah.
That's cool. Varden, yeah. You see the thrashing. You felt, even just before everyone else saw the thrashing, you sort of felt this, something wasn't quite right. You could almost sort of sense it a moment before everyone else, yeah.
So I kind of burst into this rage, I guess, just to kind of pull a bit of extra strength, and I will just whip the rope through my hands as quickly as possible to try and pull Winterberry towards me.
Let me get athletics from you.
Great start. I will hero point that.
Okay. certainly seems better.
Much more like it.
Yeah, so you immediately, just your instincts kick in. Bunk jumps alongside, starts pulling at it, and you immediately, as Bunk starts pulling with what strength they got, you immediately, just the muscles in your arms sort of jerk into action immediately, and you begin pulling at Winterberry. Winterberry, you feel yourself, as you sort of dodge out of the way of that creature's jaws, all of a sudden the rope goes tight around your waist, and you get pulled straight past the creature's head, as your party begin reeling you in their direction.
Can I jump back in now?
I don't know how many actions it is to pull a rope.
Yeah.
2 actions for that it is, so you have got 1 more action if you want to do anything.
I know I can't necessarily see. I can't see the monster, right?
No,
I can't see the creature.
no.
Do I get any kind of idea about what? Do I know what may be in this water?
The only thing you've ever seen the only thing you've ever seen is like eels in the northern pool, the sort of one further up to the top here that you guys sort of went past. You've seen eels swimming around up there.
So this is, for me, this is completely unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. I will just attempt to really make Orin feel good about himself and tell him he's a big muscly boy. Just want him to pull the rope better. I don't know.
I don't know. Okie dokie. Case. You see all this panic setting in amongst the group.
I don't think it's very good.
Doesn't feel good,
You are
does it?
not wrong.
Can I grab onto the rope?
Yeah,
to
absolutely,
help? Or
Yeah.
how do I? What would that be?
An athletics check.
Okay. There we go. Guess not. I don't mind.
Yeah, so you jump forward and you spend 2 actions sort of pulling at the rope as well. You manage to pull in a little bit of distance. Anything else for your last action?
No.
Okay, nice. Oh, Winterberry, sorry, you wanted to come back in, didn't you?
I'm gonna let him continue pulling me for now.
Sure. Alright.
I'll jump back in after Orange go.
Okay, cool.
I'm thinking they can't do retaliation if I'm not if it's a force moved.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure I want to retaliate from there. Orin will. I reckon Vardin's got the rope. Vardin and Kays are the right size. So what Orin will do instead is he will swap to the javelin that he's got. I guess sheathing the Morning Star. And will I guess raise it. How does aid work? I'd like to aid Winterberry to get him out of the water, help him get out of the water.
You could be preparing now, so as soon as he's within reach, you're ready to immediately grab him or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah, I'll give you your choice of athletics or athletics or acrobatics. I guess either ready to strike or ready to react.
Exactly the same for me.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, they're exactly the same for me. Yeah, so I will go with athletics. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you're ready as soon as
that is not going to help.
You don't know that for sure.
No.
Yeah, maybe. Winterberry.
Luckily, I've got the extra 20 feet elixir that helps my movement because I'm clumsy currently. So my swim speed is only 10, but it's 30 including the potion.
No, that swim speed is taken into account the potion. You don't have a swim speed at all normally. So you have it, and the encumbrance is slowing you down to only 10 feet.
Okay, 10 feet, yeah? Oh, wait, do I want to take what is the step action so you don't get hit?
You only get 5 feet with a step.
I'll do the step first.
Yeah. It's under because it's under a wall now. I have to move you, but there you go.
Yeah, and then I'll do my next 10 to get to where Orin is.
Nice. Yeah.
And I'll have him pull me up, which was his whole action, right?
You're still according to that. You're 15 feet now. 25 feet. Shit, you're getting
yeah.
further away.
you got enough that you can get all the way out there of your movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
At which point, Orin is waiting desperately, but he sort of fumbles, doesn't quite sort of sees you coming up in the wrong spot, and in the panic of it all, just doesn't quite grab you at the right time. It is this creature's turn. Dashes up through the water. What's that movement? You guys see as it sort of surfaces and reaches the surface, as Winterberry does, it's chasing right behind him. It sort of comes up, surfaces alongside him, bites at him. Gets in that time with the bite. As you sort of go to catch him, Orin, he almost catches your arm as this jaws just swing up and the fangs bite down onto Orin. Onto Winterberry. That is 28 damage, but you've got a reaction.
Yeah, I will attempt the. Actually, Retributive Strike. Does that give him the protection as well? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I've got 5 health, so unless it can stop 23.
Yeah. It's not going to stop 23, but still.
But still. As it comes up alongside, it bites down. You see Winterberry's body go limp, but you can react, Orin.
Well, I will. I guess I'll have to try and. I don't know. Can I actually stab with the javelin?
I can't remember what it said.
No, I don't know.
Javelins are only ranged, but you can still use a ranged weapon alongside something. There's no penalty or anything.
Yeah, I will indeed chuck the javelin at it as that's what I had in my hand.
Yeah.
Not as good as before, but still. Strike.
Just misses,
Yeek.
Yeah, and again, in this sort of the surprise, as it sort of comes up alongside, bites him, and then you just immediately throw the javelin instead, and just get it sort of glances off the side of it. Then with its third action, it bursts out of the water, and the wings start flapping as it flies up above you. What's that speed? Yeah. And it flies. It's up above the rest, flying up above you guys now, about 25 feet above the sort of ground level. Bunk, it is your turn.
All right. This thing looks horrendous. I was hoping it would just not be able to do anything other than swim.
I blame Black.
I also.
Fuck. Okay, I will just fling some magic at it.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's get a reflex save from this creature. That's a critical success. It takes no damage.
Of course.
Vardin.
That's me.
Yeah.
So this thing is well out of reach, right?
It's 25 feet above the ground, so it's not within melee reach. It's essentially 20 feet away from you. Yeah.
Is the what size is this creature?
It's big. It's big.
It's one size larger than me.
Yes, it's large. Yeah, you're medium. It's large. Yeah.
Okay. I have a very empty inventory, so I can't even do any fuckery.
You spent all your money, like.
Yeah, I kind of, I didn't actually spend the money that I had. I just collected the magic items that I was allowed.
You went that route. Okay, yeah.
Haven't
Really?
actually spent the like 80 gold that you then get to spend. So because I figured, fuck it, I don't need to do that. Why do I need like nonsense like adventuring gear? Like,
If there's
I don't
anything obvious you just haven't got, we can definitely work around it. Like,
well, I was tempted to use a bit of rope. But the rope I'm currently holding has a winterberry attached to it, doesn't it?
A winterberry sinking into the sea.
So I guess I will use two of my two, however many actions. I think it's 2 actions, right? To try and pull winterberry up onto land.
yes, yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah. In fact, make an athletics check. So I suppose you can always critically failure.
I certainly
Shouldn't say
can.
that, should I? Yeah. There you go, far better. Yeah, you just jerk at the rope and pull him almost like just directly past Orion up onto the shore. So he's sort of on that same space as Orion there, but unconscious.
Yeah. And then can I use my last action to untie the rope from Winterberry?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I just have a massive thing of rope in my hand.
Nice. That's all you need.
Could have used winterberry as a weapon. Then he's unconscious. He would never know.
Might be frowned upon if I want to make friends with this party.
Orin would like that.
Case, it is your turn. Do it, sorry.
Where is? Okay.
You gonna say where's the monster?
No, I wasn't going to say where is the monster. I was going to say where is Winterberry.
He's in the same space as Orin.
Oh right, okay, that makes more
Unconscious
sense.
there.
Orin protects me with his life.
It's that thing. I can't hit that thing, right?
No, not the. Yeah, those it looks like space station is technically 20 feet away from you. Yeah, so you can do ranged attacks if work within 20 feet or something, but yeah, you can't melee it from there.
Is there anything I can do to help Winterberry?
You tell me. You haven't got a medicine kit, so you can't stop the bleeding, stabilize it.
Can he take any portions off Winterberry's belt, or Winterberry pick his berries?
I'm fine with that. You can spend an action, and it would be 2 actions, like 1 to grab and 1 to use, but you could take something off of Winterberry's. Yeah.
I've got Elixir of Life on me that isn't one of my berries. It's an actual Elixir of Life, and I've got a berry one.
You could spend 2 actions to feed one of those to him if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. How do I do that? Do I just...
The elixir of life, or...
Yeah, I'll do the elixir of life. Okay, I think. Oh, okay, never mind.
That is a conscious again, Winterberry. Yeah, you have an action left as well. Case.
Can I don't know. I'll parry, I guess.
What? Sorry.
I'll parry, I guess.
Parry. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely. Orin. You're not in the water. You're stood above Winterberry, but
yeah. Okay. I think. Orin will raise his shield and try and scare the monster off. by and actually third action will be to pick his get his mace back. So get the draws the Morning Star again, raises his shield, which is that one, and then he's going to try and whatever it's called, demoralize
Cool. Yeah.
the creature. Demoralize. Oh, another 4. Brilliant. Excellent.
He's not scared of you, I'm afraid, yeah.
No.
Winterberry, yeah, you come to consciousness on the shore, and as you sort of look it up, you can see Kay's over you, sort of feeding you one of your berries, and over his shoulder you can see up above, flying up above, that same creature that just attacked you.
Get out.
I am going to lay on hands myself.
Mhm. Lovely.
Can I crawl behind K's?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to crawl, so I'm not stood up.
Yes, good.
I kind of like did like a roly poly, so now you can have Oren back on the shore,
That's kind.
and then I know it's not throwing it, but can I drink one of my versatile vials?
Yeah, of course you can, yeah, definitely.
I'm just gonna drink it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick it and drink it because it heals me.
nice, yeah, sounds good. 2d6, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. 2d6. Another 7 health for myself,
Lovely.
and then
Looking
just
at
been
that.
taken off, and that's all 3 moves.
Cool. Okay, this creature on its turn will so yeah, Bunk, you sort of take a look at the creature, trying to get a read for it. You fling the magic at the fire, which sort of goes straight past it, and then it lets out this screech in your direction as it's sort of flying above the party. It just looks down towards you and screeches, and I'm getting revenge for what Cormac did now last campaign. Can I get a fortitude save from you, Bunk? Because you should begin filling you can feel your lungs all of a sudden feel like they're full of water.
Oh dear.
That sounds absolutely grim. Isn't that against the Geneva Convention?
I think it is a little bit, yeah.
And yeah, you can almost feel the sort of air as it sort of screeches towards you, and as you sort of feel the air around you, you can all of a sudden, like, you can feel in your chest this, like, you almost feel like you're struggling for breath, and like you can almost feel like water filling up your lungs. You are so yeah, you are counted currently as holding your breath. You are unable to breathe. The only action you can take on your turn is a fortitude save to try and get out of this. But if you do that, you then get any remaining actions you've got, yeah.
Can't move now.
No, the only thing you can do is try and take
Shit.
your breath in desperation.
Grim.
Then, with its last action, it will... Yeah, with its last action, it begins diving down towards the party. And yeah, will come adjacent to your height as it sort of just charges down towards you. Bunk, it is your turn. So yeah, the only action you can do is a fortitude save. It costs you.
I'll try that. Yay, success.
Nice. You have 2 actions left, and yeah, you are no longer. You've gained your breath. And you've cleared that strange feeling of water in your lungs.
Ah, fantastic. Then I'm going to, with my next action, retry exploit vulnerability on this thing.
Yeah.
This thing's a big thing. Bloody hell, another failure. Failing on a 12 is mad. Like a complete failure. I don't know what I've got to do to beat it, but and the last thing I do as a result is run away. And probably shout to other people to run away as well.
Varden, yeah, you see as Bunk just immediately begins running the opposite direction and shouting. Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't the direction I thought we were going there, but sure. Those things drop down to our height, right?
Yeah, it was like dive bombing down towards you, but that was his last action, so it's like just alongside you all currently, yeah.
Okay.
They poised to attack, it appears.
I would like to attempt to use my large amount of rope to restrain this creature.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know what check it is I'm doing here.
This will be, I guess, grapple.
Is that a thing? Yeah.
Yeah. You should be able to target it and then do it from the basic actions macro.
Cool. Let's find the basic actions macro. That would be helpful.
Okay. Or you can do. Oh, you got it.
Oh, brilliant.
That popped on a 2 for a while for me. Hero points for Ethan?
I don't think I have one, right?
Oh, okay. Do you not?
I do not.
No, I used it earlier.
On a critical failure,
Yeah.
This creature has a choice. It will just choose that you get knocked prone.
Yeah.
It can grapple you back or knock you prone. Yeah, you just you try to sort of grab it and it just, as it's sort of dive bombing down you just get knocked down by it and you are prone.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I will spend an action to stand back up.
Yeah.
And then is it an action to draw my sword?
It would be, yeah.
And then I will just, you can see Varden's got a quite large, probably about the same length as two of Bunk and Tunk, kind of great sword that he draws off his back. And that is my turn.
Okie dokie. Case. There's a big monster next to you.
I'm gonna kill it.
And the Sark gone.
I'm gonna kill it.
Okay. Well, if you don't now, you're a liar, so...
Oh. I have to kill it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Great.
Yeah, there's no other
Chop
choice now,
choppy.
I'm afraid. Quick.
Promise.
Alright, yes, thank you. Let me. Where's the. Oh no, it's in this. This is how I do it. Hard. Can I feint the big thing? No, I will feint it. I'll re-roll using a
You're
hero.
determined.
Wow.
I'll still fail. Oh my god.
You still get
Yes, I
panache on a fail, to be fair.
Okay, so I've got the thingy, McGiggy. Confident. That's what I'll do.
I love how confident Fish is the absolute opposite of what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It was,
That is a miss, but you get to do the precise strike damage. Yeah.
How do I do that? Is it? Do I get press
Just
the
click
thing?
that button that says precise strike. Yeah,
Okay.
you should do it. To be fair, it's still 3d6 for you.
8.
Nice, yeah. So you sort of you take a swing at it, and despite not getting the cleanest strike, you still get like a bit of a glancing blow as it's sort of knocking Varden prone, and yeah, you get some damage through it.
Yay. Okay. Yeah. That's. Oh no, that's not my turn.
There you go,
I'm gonna
that.
parry again.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Orin.
okay. Orin is going to. I'll get my shield up and move. Yeah. Orin is going to use defensive advance.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sure you want to use it? Yes, I do. Because that allows me to move to there. think.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is I'd much rather be on this side of it than that side. It also gets my shield raised. Oh. Yep. And then I will attack it with the Morning Star.
Nice.
Ooh,
Lovely.
that
Yes.
is a hit. We'll do massive damage on it. There we go.
Nice. Yeah. 10 damage on that. You've got one action left, right?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Of course I have. Can't demoralize it anymore. So, what can I do? What can I do one last action? I think that's probably what does create a diversion do?
I think it makes it. Does it make it like as if it was flanked off guard? I think. Oh no, you become hidden to it, so you,
Alright.
yeah, you can sort of make yourself.
Nah, that doesn't sound fun. I will instead. I will step to here, just so that maybe Vardin wanted to step the other side and make it and flank it. But that's it.
Winterberry.
I feel like I know if it thrills all these little things along the side of my bar now. I'm going to take a few of these off by standing up.
Sure.
Everyone likes to take a bit of splash damage, so let's throw something at it. What do I want to throw at it?
I wish I'd done the maths of whether our chemical bombs had done more damage to the party or to their targets.
Yeah, I think it's close.
I think I can tell you the answer.
Or
Whoa!
at least how it feels.
Yeah.
This is a fish creature, correct? I reckon they've not had natural sunlight in their eyes. Let's throw a bottled sunlight at it.
Nice. Is a miss, but you'll get the splash damage. So if you want to roll, press the damage button. It'll let me do those. They are splash targets. And then I can do that.
The fact that none of my bombs actually hit is probably why.
Oh, this one doesn't do.
No,
it
that's
does-
why I also did it. It does a big light as well, so I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it does the light. So that is like.
Hoping it doesn't like bright lights.
We'll see. We'll see.
And then
Yeah, and the vitality splash damage. You guys don't take vitality damage, so you three are immune to it. Because vitality damage doesn't hurt you.
We're alive.
Exactly. Yes, vitality damage will only hurt undead creatures. Yeah.
well, I mainly did it because I was hoping the sunlight would do something to it. So,
Yeah, that's,
and I'm just gonna drink a vitality one to
yeah.
just drink one. Just gonna get another 2D thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just try and get me over that health that when it one-shotted me.
Oops, no, you're targeting that. Let me pop it on you.
Oh, my
instead.
bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
And that'll be my movement. No, stand up, throw, drink a potion.
Oh, yeah, you got it from Pro, didn't you? Of course you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. On its turn, it's going to. It will take a bite at Vardin.
Don't blame it. Looks
I
tasty.
do look like a snack.
He's expendable, so we haven't got to know him anyway.
Yeah.
I do have a question actually. I've just looked.
Ooh.
I should have some temporary hit points.
Yes, when
From
you
rage.
Yes, when you rage, it's on the card. You have to drag it to your character.
Oh.
I will go back and find where it was.
Equal
Or
to my level plus con modifier, so it's.
You won't have those in a second.
So it's 9. Okay. I'll just add them on quick, shall I?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
That's gonna suck.
So yeah, that is a critical hit.
Oh yeah.
I will retributive strike it.
We don't know how much damage it is yet. Yeah, it's 34 damage, but yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can have champion's resistance as I distract it with the shield or something.
So yeah, you take 23, Varden.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you've got your
Right, retributive
counter
strike.
attack there. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
2 can play at that. Okay, yeah, critical damage.
Oh, that's not bad either.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah. You hit for 30 damage. You also knock it 10 feet back in a straight line, unfortunately. Oh no, you're there. I'm looking at Varden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to, I think it's
Um,
right. I know it's not optional. I guess
It doesn't say it's
not
optional, so
designed,
no.
yeah.
So yeah, he goes flying back.
Nice. Yeah.
Boom.
Takes the bite at you, Varden, and as soon as it bites you, you suddenly see as it goes just slams backwards. You see Orin just swinging from the other side as it sort of goes back. It will then, as it sort of pushed by, it swings the tentacles out wildly at you, Kays. Which is a hit. For 22 to you, Kays. You get this sort of burning sensation, Kays. Can I get a fortitude save for you? Yeah, you feel the sort of burning, and you immediately you can sort of tell, Kays, you it seemed have been poisoned.
Have fun. Womp.
And then as its last action, yeah, it just flies back upwards and heads in your direction, Orin. But as it does so, sort of darts upwards, up and away.
Yeah, Orin just holds his ground.
Bunk, it's you.
Let's try again.
It's a failure, yeah. Let's get a reflex save.
Oh, it failed. Wow.
Yeah, it's a fail. Take half damage.
It rolled like a 1.
I don't know. I do know, but I can't tell you that.
1 second. Yeah. 13 damage.
Nice.
And I'm good.
Cool. Cool. Let's do. Varden, it's your turn.
Which is really helpful now that the thing's not on the floor anymore. Because it's up in the air now, isn't it?
Flying creatures. I think it's actually the first time you guys have fought a flying creature, right?
It's,
Yeah, I hate it.
hold, maybe?
4 as it's been another hour, and that crit hit just now, Orin, I've given you a hit point.
Oh, lovely.
Well, you have a choice. You have a hit point or a hero point.
Well, as I'm at full hit points, I'll take the hero point, but otherwise, obviously, I would have
There.
taken the hit point. I don't
How
think
many
I've ever
hit
been this
points
many.
is one hero point worth to you in a trade?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Probably 1.
you got for us, Mr. Vardin?
Really not sure.
You don't get extra reach or anything
No.
with your. I guess not 25 feet reach.
I was gonna say, I haven't got 25 feet reach. How far can I throw a dagger?
I think they have a
Doesn't-
range increment of 20. One sec.
Could you hold an action for when he flies down to stab him?
Well, that's all I'm thinking is, do I just delay my turn,
I think you delay your turn till he drops down into.
let him drop it down, and he potentially
They have a
hits?
range increment of 10 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not
I
a
think
You can
lot.
throw
Then.
them, but for every 10 feet it goes down -2. So it's going to be -4 to throw it in.
Shit, then yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
unless we run.
I don't think we run. I'm gonna delay.
I
Okay.
can't run.
Vardin's defeated demonic beasts before.
Yeah, he said.
This is nothing.
Case. I hope that wasn't a deception roll you made, Jake, earlier.
Yeah, it'd be awkward, wouldn't it?
What would you like to do, Case?
So I can't attack it now.
You can't reach it with your melee weapon currently, no.
Okay. I'll just spell.
Oh yeah, we've learned you could do that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Nice!
Ooh.
There you go, Case. That's a critical hit. You can roll critical damage.
Wait, hold on. Is that?
Nice.
Is that critical?
Doesn't.
40 foot. That looks like normal
it's a
damage.
spell, so yeah, you just roll it, it just gets doubled, so yeah.
Oh.
And it also gets 3d4
It also
persistent fire. It gets 3d4 persistent
Oh,
fire.
okay, yeah. I can add that on. Yeah, cool. I'll add that on in a sec. Yeah, 20 damage and 3d4 persistent. You still have one action left.
Oh yeah. Harry.
Parry. Yeah, sorry if you said Harry. So who the fuck is Harry? Orin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna hold until.
Yeah.
I guess that means my
Level
shield's
4?
dropped though. No, instead I will raise my shield.
Yeah.
Because I want the armor class bonus, and then I will ready an action to attack it if it comes within range.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. That's my 3 actions then.
Winterberry.
Well, I have to worry about splash damage finally, so
Yeah.
let's
that's
throw
true.
stuff at him. And he's on fire currently, so that one would make sense. I will try that at him.
Fair.
I don't know what that meant said then. I says I can't do it.
Says you can't do it. Why is
Oh.
that?
Because I need to target something first, maybe.
Maybe.
You have no... Oh, I just have no flask, but I just made one.
Oh yeah, how strange. That's cool. I can sort that for you. 1 second. Information flask. Moderate. There you go. I've just added one to your inventory, so you can just use that. That is a miss, unfortunately, but it will get the splash damage of just it. So yeah, if you want to roll damage.
What time is it?
What meta? It's 9:35.
I am hero pointing.
Okay.
Yeah. Sensible.
Yeah.
That is
Very
the exact
sensible.
same result.
It's the exact same result.
Nice. Yeah, so it doesn't take the full damage, but it takes the splash damage from it. Yeah, nice.
Gonna do the same again.
Okay.
I can roll in that 20 maybe.
Yeah. Now that you've summoned it like that.
Or a crit fail. I'm pretty sure there's no splash damage on a crit fail.
Yeah, on a crit fail, you just miss entirely and get the splash. Yeah.
I'm gonna. I can only move 15 feet, so I'm gonna move away slightly.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's my
Okay.
full movement at the moment.
Okay. It is going to, with its movement, it is going to go. What's the range on that? Yeah. So with its movement, comes round to here, comes down to sort of ground height again. So you've got your readied action, Orin, haven't you? If you want to take that.
Yes, I would like to hit him.
Have to, but yeah, if you want to trigger.
Yeah,
certainly
no,
can.
that would be. I would like to do it now before he hits me, because there may not be a chance to do it after that. Why can't I target him? Scroll down a bit. That's better. Right, take this, you foul creature.
I thought he was chasing me down, to be honest.
That's not gonna hit.
There's a miss, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got hero points.
I
Only
will
one
use.
hero points.
I will use the hero a hero point,
Yeah,
because that at
that
least
is
turns
hit.
it into a
Yeah.
hit. And
Yeah.
then let's do a little bit of damage. Oh yeah, literally a little bit of damage.
Nice. Yeah, you tickle him as he comes down alongside
Mm.
you. He is then going to spend 2 actions to cast a spell.
Oh.
It's not a spell anyone in your party recognises. Yeah, he comes down alongside you, Orin. You sort of take the hit, and then you realise that he leans his head forward alongside you. Doesn't even seem bothered by you as you sort of throw the Morning Star up at the arm. And then it just lets this swirling torrent of water just manifest and comes out of its mouth and just throws itself in a direct line down to the south through Kays and Vardin.
Oh.
You can get from both of you.
What the fuck did you just say?
If I can get that fortitude save from you both, please.
No.
That was a lot of dice.
29 damage on the thing, but saves will change that somewhat.
Wow. Great. So glad I can fucking
Yeah, you
roll.
want case.
Failure for Vardin's full damage, that's 29 bludgeoning damage as this water just smashes into you. Kays, you manage to dash out of the way of a little bit of it. You just take half of that as you take 14 bludgeoning damage.
It's but a scratch. It's a flesh wound.
That's the end of its turn. There's obviously people delayed at the minute. If any of you are... Oh, it's just Vardin delayed, isn't it?
I would like to step in,
You wanna come
provided
in?
he is now on the ground.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's at ground height. Yeah.
I am fully ready for attacky, punchy death time, so I will just use an action to charge in.
Yeah.
How deep is this water?
Very deep. I mean,
Like
Winterberry-
immediately very deep.
Yes, yeah. There's like
Cool.
as soon as Winterberry dropped off the side, it was like down.
There's a ladder over here. Not really relevant at the moment.
I'm just working out. But
Just-
15
Just
feet.
stomp over the tree.
So that was 15 feet.
Yeah.
Straight forward. That's 5. Then 10. 15, 20. Being here isn't going to be flanking, is it?
Being where, sorry?
Here.
Yes, that'd be flanking with Tunk, yeah.
Because I've got 35 feet movement. Because I'm
Oh,
fucking
sure.
speedy.
Nice.
Alright, I mean, I think actually it should be more than that. I have Furious Footfalls, so I get a +5 status bonus to speed, but then it's +10 feet when raging.
Yes, so
I
your
don't know if that's
your
taken in.
base,
Oh,
your
my base is
speed's
25.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking 5th edition base speed is
It's all good.
30, innit? So yeah, I will just charge around the creature to here.
Yeah.
And then I'm just pat it with my sword.
Yeah,
Which I'm hoping means it's off guard.
this has got to be crit hit time, surely.
Nope.
Not with
No, it does not. So I will just swing again. Wow, I genuinely this session have rolled a 1, a 2, a 5, and a 3. This is
Are you-
insane.
The crowd sings "Are You Charlie in Disguise?"
Yeah, I am shooting for the worst ever stats ever seen on a creature. That's what I'm going
Let's
for.
just
here.
remember Nyx's debut in the last campaign.
Very true. Very true.
It's like, look at my cool gun, it explodes in my hand twice. Bunk, it's your turn.
Fourth time's a charm.
If you say so.
Yes, it is a charm.
Nice.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, fine. Do I get all of this stuff? Because I've been given a lot of stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I've been
I
given too
know
much stuff.
what that oh shit is, by the way.
Yeah, because I've been given too much stuff.
Oh, really? Oh. Interesting.
I've been given weaknesses, resistances, and immunities. Do I get all of that?
No, you shouldn't do.
No, I
Apparently
don't
you
think
have done.
so.
Oh, well. Okay, I'll look
Yeah.
into that, but you've got them, so it's hard to take that back.
Shit.
So, yeah, it has poison 10 resistance,
Yeah.
physical 5 resistance, unless it's a silvered weapon. It is
Yeah.
weak to holy damage of holy 5, and then I imagine the shit is because
Yeah.
you guys have been doing lots of fire damage, a lot of fire damage. It is immune to fire damage.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I tell you what, we'll just say that the questions I asked about it, like mechanically, are these things.
Oh
here.
yeah. If you're happy with that, that seems fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
fair,
But can you
yeah.
tell about the creature itself,
Yeah.
more generally?
So this is a Sargagon. It is an amphibious devil. Horrible creatures. They basically come there. They originate from the one of the levels of hell, which is an entirely flooded realm. They are horrible, corrupt creatures. They are very powerful, very evil. They are almost always in servitude to another devil. They are very much subservient creatures. If you encounter Sargagon, there is a more powerful devil nearby, without doubt.
Oh shit! This is the weak one. That's not great. Okay. Remind me. In Pathfinder world,
Yeah.
do we have the same sort of like devil versus demon split as in?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay, but the devils are usually tricky, but you can talk to them.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah. So demons are just evil hell creatures. Devils are, tricky, fiendish, deceptive. Probably somewhere between neutral and evil still, but not just full on kill machines, I guess. Yeah.
Okay,
general
but this is a devil, not a demon.
Yes. Yeah.
So what caused this just to attack us randomly? I wouldn't expect that to happen.
It's in servitude, right? Something else tells it to.
I guess so.
Is it right? General rule? Yeah, demons are like chaotic evil. Devils are more lawful evil, right?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yes. That's a pretty
Like,
safe assumption. for the
follow a
most part,
structure.
I think the key bit
Yeah.
is evil, though. So it's probably just it's fucking with us because he wants to.
But yeah, for Casey's critical hit earlier, unfortunately, I was immune to all of that case.
Oh,
Shit.
Oh,
All
fun.
right. Cool. Fine. All right. We'll take the take that. Then I will
Flame magic.
shout that out to the rest of the party, I'm going to spend an action to equip my striking short bow.
Yeah.
Which is my character sheet says it's equipped, but it's not. So then I'll take my last action to shoot an arrow at it.
I'm rolling that one, of course.
That's a rapier, not a bow.
Oh yeah, it was a
Oh, yeah,
rapier. Not
it is a rapier.
it's-
I'm pretty sure the result's the same on that one. Yeah.
It is, yeah. And that will be it.
Case.
Um,
Orin has shouted at you not to use fire damage. Not Orin.
Okay.
Sorry.
am I flanking it?
Yeah, you would be there with Varden, yeah.
How fun. Right. Give me a sec, because I'm lagging.
Sorry. Yeah, you don't manage to feint it, but you still get panache.
Thank God.
Really hard to hit, guys.
Okay, so I'll keep it on confident.
Oh, I should have gone for the other, Phil. Come on.
Yeah. I think he hit it by 1.
You can roll your damage, Case. There's still a lot of dice just for a normal attack, isn't it? Nice, yeah. So now you know that resistance is 23 damage because it's resistant to your physical damage there, Case. That is that's all 3 for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. At the end of your turn, Case, for no reason at all, can you make a fortitude save for me?
No. I told you.
Lepadoodle.
You take. Oh, hang on. I've put it on it and not you. That's silly of me, isn't it? Yeah, you take 7 poison damage, Case, at the end of your turn there.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
Yes, agreed. And you are also clumsy 1 now. As this poison starts sort of overwhelming you. Then is Oren's turn.
Okay. Orin will first of all attempt to hit it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my hero point.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you can roll some damage.
That's a hit. Is my damage holy by any chance? Because I'm holy.
Yes, it is. Yes. Oh, what the hell's just happened? What was it?
I think I double clicked on my little picture, so I don't quite. Maybe I think I ended my turn. I think is what I did. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Yes, it is weak to holy damage. It is resistant to physical damage. So it's +5, -5. It does the full damage.
It balances out. That's well the full 12. Excellent. I will. Oh God, drag the screen. I will raise my shield because otherwise it's going to hurt me, and then it's immune to demoralize or whatever it is from me, I believe.
Yeah.
So I will just hit it with the map and hope for a 20, I think. Yeah. Oh, target. Right. Nope, that's not a 20. Okay, 3 actions.
Winterberry.
Sorry, I was kind of thinking of maybe doing my own hands, but that would be healing on him. I'm going to
Yeah.
move 10 spaces here because I'm going to throw something at him and I don't want to splash damage at myself. I am going to quick alchemy on him.
That's 25% less splash damage than it could have been. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's try this one out. Made this one.
that is typically a miss, but yeah, you'll get your the splash damage. You can roll damage.
Oh yeah.
This does damage to everyone this time.
Great. Well done, Winterberry.
Well, I tried.
So yeah, thanks to his resistance to physical damage, he takes no damage there.
Right.
Varden takes 4. Case takes
Takes
4.
no damage.
He's got resistance 5 to physical damage, and you aided 4 damage.
Nothing that does damage on him. I'm gonna do 15 movement here.
Yep. Nice. On its turn, it's surrounded by people, isn't it? He will take a bite at the guy that hit him with the big sword.
That's not me.
Oh yeah, you missed, didn't you? It was Orin that dealt damage, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, so he swings his fangs at you, Orin.
That's okay.
For a crit hit.
That's not as good as I would have liked.
So it's 40 damage.
40 damage. Well, I can
He's
take
fine.
that. I will. Yeah, I will shield. Was he going to attack someone else? No, I won't shield block.
You're just taking it fully, yeah?
Oh. I'll just take it. Yeah, take it to the face.
Nice. Yeah, hits you for 40 damage. Will then send the tentacle out at you, Kays. For a critical hit.
Critical hits all over the place. I will retributive strike that though. I know it's not going to keep K's up, but
Yeah, so hits UK's, you take 33 damage, which knocks you unconscious.
Depends how much Tunk stops him from taking damage, because I can stop it some as well.
I stop about 7 points or something like that.
I
Yeah.
stop 6.
Yeah, that's still not enough. He only had about 40.
He's still going to go down, yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it for me because I still get the attack, which is
Yes, you get your counter attack, yeah.
yeah. Because I can't roll, it's not going to make any difference.
And then, as its last action, it will, yeah, again, just head up towards the sort of top of the cavern, pull up and away from you guys, and yeah, it sort of, so yeah, it takes the bite at you, swings the tentacles at Kay, so it knocks unconscious. You take the counter swing with the Morning Star, and you miss it as it just flies up above you and hovers up above your party, and that's where we'll end things to pick up next session.
Oh, oh.
What idiot brought this fight upon us?
I hope it was worth it for that bit of armor that no one wants to wear.
The bit of armor that's at the bottom of the water again.
No, I've still got it because I put it in my pocket. Hence, I'm
Oh.
being clumsy the whole time.
You just need
Oh,
someone
that's
alive
okay
to
then.
wear it.
Yeah, true.
I've been running around clumsy the whole fight because I've got it in my backpack.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah, we'll pick that up next session.
Very good, very good.
Not the most heroic debut for Vardin, I'm afraid, for combat.
No, dice have not been my favourite people today, have they?
No, they have certainly not.
Which
been
is a
good.
shame.
I'm glad. No, it's mean, but I'm glad as a story beat, Charlie managed to get that 1 exploit vulnerability before the end of the session.
Yes.
Pretty
That is
dire,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that this Verizon chap might not actually be the Caduthrid.
No, good Uthrid would have landed all of his rolls, wouldn't he? So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And not lied about having fought demons before,
Mm.
I've fought demons before.
if you say so.
Personal demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. We'll pick that up next session.
Yeah, great stuff, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
That's really good.
That was good.
I'll
Excellent.
see you all next week.